The stream always starts with me slurping tea, so tea slurping. Slurping some tea. That's how you start this stream. That's the way to go. Weren't expecting that. You weren't expecting that. I'm going to continue with the tapes. There's the stack of tapes left to test. Oh, they're in the little corner on the left. I'll show you the big picture in a minute. Wait a minute. Just adjusting the camera. Boom. There they are. That's what's left. Quite a few. I think Driller is on tape. I'm pretty sure I saved it to disk at some point though. What else is there? There's 3 games on that one. Castle Master might be on tape. Got all this stuff. Didn't try any of these last week, so it's time to try some more. But I need to swap this Commodore 64 out. It's the wrong one. I'm using the wrong one. This is the one from the previous video. Hello and good evening. How... Oh, hello. I'm missing out. All these comments coming in at once. Hang on. Let me just... Oh, I've got a big view like that. How have I been coping with the heatwave? Well, it was only 2 days. I coped with it by going to work and sitting there in the aircon. But when I left work on Monday, I nearly died because I cycled home 12 miles and I waited as long as I could. They kick us out of the office at 7. And I cycled home and it was the hottest day I have ever experienced in my life in this country on a bicycle. It was really bad because I think it was about 35 degrees, I reckon, when I was going home. So I cycled 12 miles in 35 degree heat. It was unbelievable. Absolutely. I couldn't believe the heat wave that was coming over me. And to make it even weirder, the office has been kitted out recently and the aircon, we're pretty sure, is either broken or not been set up properly yet. And the room was freezing all day. So everyone was complaining about the heat and we were actually freezing to death. The guy sitting next to me had a blanket around his shoulders and I was just putting up with it because I was trying to chill myself as much as possible, ready for the ride home. So I was actually trying to shiver. And by the time I was going home, I was actually, there was goosebumps on my arms and my fingers were getting cramp typing. So it was quite bad. It was quite bad. So then when I stepped out, I filled 2 water bottles to go home, which I normally only fill 1. And I doused my shirt under the cold water in the shower before I left. And I stepped outside and I think the front of my shirt was dry within 1 mile. And less than halfway, the whole shirt was dry and I was tipping water over my head and everything. It was unbelievable. I could not believe it. Oh, hello. Hello and good evening. Hello. What's the temp? The temperature right now is normal British temperature, but it was... it's a new record for Britain. It got over 40 degrees in Britain. And where I was, it got to 37, which is quite a nasty temperature. Yeah, 12 miles in the heat is quite bad. Because, you know, I wasn't even out of the car park and I was like, oh my God. I mean, I am used to riding in the heat, but I've never experienced anything like that before. Hello, Mayhem. How do I pronounce Mayhem? Sounds like I've got a stutter in it, but... yeah, I've never experienced anything quite like it. But during the day, I managed to hide in the aircon. And in the evening... it was the weirdest evening because I've never experienced this in this country as well. You go out and it's dark and it's like nearly midnight and it was 29 degrees outside. I've never experienced anything like that before. So even at night, it was just unpleasant. Did you still have a hot cup of tea when you got home? No, I'd actually... it was the first time I'd actually knew what was going to happen. So when I left in the morning, I put a bottle of chilled water in the fridge ready. And as soon as I got home, I just literally chugged it all down. I must have drank like 5 litres that day. And about 3 of them were going home. It was pretty unpleasant in the morning. It was getting towards 30 in the morning, which isn't like... At 9 in the morning, you don't expect it to be 30 degrees in this country. This is centigrade, by the way. If any of you Fahrenheit people are here, then don't understand it. Unless it's minus 40, because minus 40 in Fahrenheit is minus 40 in centigrade. That's the only one. Iced tea over hot tea. Well, I'm drinking hot tea now. It's 20 degrees outside or whatever, so it's fine. But it was weird because yesterday it was 15 degrees and we were looking at the temperature going, oh my word, it's 20 degrees cooler than it was the other day. so yeah, but it was all right in the office. It was fine. So 95 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that means, Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit doesn't make any sense to me. But I don't think that heat wave that was in America last year, I don't think what we just had is anything like that. But it's not what we're used to in this country. It's definitely not what we're used to. It's bonkers crazy. And I know Europe and Italy and places and stuff get hotter than that, but not here. It's never happened before. Well, it's got that hot, but not for just 2 days relentless, just like at night and during the day. It was pretty horrific. And then even weirder, something I've not experienced before, is it cooled down then. So the next day it had gone to like 23 degrees after the heat wave was over. And that night, my room upstairs was still 32 degrees. So it took ages for the actual house to get back to temperature as well. Yeah, it is so nice that it's cooled down now. Yeah, it is. I got heat exhaustion just from sitting in my living room with the fan on. I think that's what a lot of people were doing. They were just sitting with fans on them. And it's just, even then, it's blowing mostly hot air into you. It helps, but you've got to have some way of keeping cool in that heat. Otherwise, you will eventually overheat. I don't know how long it'll take, but I think it depends on your metabolism and how old you are and all that kind of thing. Yeah, at least UK houses aren't heavily insulated to keep the heat in. Yeah, well, somehow mine was keeping it in. I don't know how that was happening. My house is not heavily insulated. In the end, I had to open the windows all night, and it went from 32 at night the previous night to 23 the next morning, and that was it. It was back to normal then. But that's horrific, and that's only going to happen again because we are absolutely murdering the planet, and that is one of the reasons. I mean, I know it seems like everyone here is like, well, global warming, that's real now, is it? It's like, well, it's been real forever. But guess what? Now your cold countries are starting to get hot, and that's when you know it's bad. Like, oh, it used to be 15 degrees here, now it's 35. It's like, welcome to global warming. Yeah, I've got a fan on me, I need to add a heatsink. I should have stuck some heat sinks to my head. But like I said, when I was in the office, it was fine. So that's why I hid out there for as long as I could. But I remember sticking my hand out the window at the end of the day and feeling the hot air coming past my hand, and I was like, I'm not sure this is real. Like, I thought I was feeling the heat from the bricks of the building, but I don't think it was. Am I still using the brick of death? Yes. I still haven't replaced it. Shall I test it now? Let's quickly put the multimeter on it and give it a quick test. It's going to be 5.16. To be honest, this power pack has not blown anything up for 40 years, so it's still fine. But I am going to test it. I do worry about like running it for this long with the live stream. I do need to get a decent replacement. Let's put this somewhere where you can see it. Don't know if you can see it on there. Oh, you can't see that at all, can you? Oh, you can probably just about read that. Let's test the brick of death. I've got a little piece of insulation here somewhere that I can put over this so I don't short it out when I'm testing it. What have I done with it? Right, let's bang the microphone. Let's get the brick of death tested. The brick of death should be fine, but yeah, I do need to get a power supply. But everything takes ages now because we're in Britain and there's Brexit, and now you can't buy anything from Europe. Most of the power supplies that people are making are in Europe. I would like to make my own Commodore 64 power supply, but it's just a bit of a chore because you have to get an AC adapter and build it and stuff. I could do it. It just takes some time. Is this not actually on? I think it's on. I don't think I'm making a connection. Let me see. There we go. 5.16. I don't know if you can read that. Brick of death. Brick of death is 5.16 volts. So, will it fail? That is the question. Will it fail during the stream? The brick of death. At least it's a decent voltage. Like, if it was any higher than that, I think I'd get rid of it. But at least it's putting out a decent voltage. Like, decent as in it's not going to blow the computer up. That'll probably be like a nice 5 volts by the time it gets into the computer. Is this about the 8F? The left PLA is 25 nanoseconds or 15 nanoseconds. Oh, you're talking about the video I put out? Yeah, I don't know. I've got this computer. I need to swap it actually right now because this is the computer from the video. It's still set up here. I'm not going to use this one, but those are the gals that I had. You can't really see those. You can't really see them. These are the gals. The gals are here. These things. They say 25 LP. That's 25 nanoseconds, isn't it? But these are weird. I think if I program them, they work, and then they just fail again. This Commodore 64 sat on the shelf and just failed on its own. So I've got rid of them. Something weird about them. And I never did. I couldn't understand what the difference between this GAL 20 V8A and 20 V8B is. It says to use B on the project, but it doesn't really say what this A one is. It must be something different about it. So build one, it'll make a nice video. One of those PLAs. Yeah, it's dead easy to build though. It's just getting the PCB boards. I think if you're going to build one, you might as well build like 10. It's just not worth building one. I've actually got, how many have I got now? I've got 3 gals left. So I've still only got enough to build one there. So I'll swap this Commodore 64 first. Let me swap this. I'll swap this to the nice one. This one's alright. It is now anyway, but it's just, the case is so rubbish. All the standoffs broke. So you can't, when you're plugging stuff in, it's really difficult. Really difficult because the board's just sliding around in there. I'll go get the good one. I also want to test, just quickly, I'll set this up now. Oh, there it is. It looks beautiful with the sun brighting. I just want to test that Rainbow Island still loads because I tried it in the video and it didn't work on this computer. But we loaded this last week and it worked on this one. So I'm wondering if there's something weird going on, or maybe I just got lucky in the fact that I've got Rainbow Islands here, so let's load that. Let's put those gals away. Let me start Rainbow Islands loading. I know we did this last week. I was going to just do all the ones I haven't done before, but I just want to quickly try this. There we go. We are playing. Let me get a different view for you. There it is. It's a go-go. So yeah, in the video I tried it, and I loaded this tape, and it just didn't work at all. It virtually failed at the start. Then I replaced the other gal, and then it got to the end and failed. But we tried this last week, and this worked. So maybe I got lucky, or maybe there's something different about that other. I mean, it's the same board in the Commodore 64. I just don't know why it wouldn't work. Replacement files program are different for 25 or 15. Yeah, I definitely used the right one. At least I think I did. Yeah. Actually, let me check. What have I got here? I think I've got the. It recommends to get the 25s, doesn't it? Let me check what I got. I bought this off. This is great. I got these off this. I got this off eBay. These gals, and they turned up, and they're listed on the sheet for customs as it says. It literally says plastic sheet. That's what it says. And I got the package and I was like, plastic sheet? What's that? And I opened it up and it was these. So they're clearly just listing them as a plastic sheet. So I don't know. What are they? These are 25 nanoseconds. Yeah, I thought I'd bought the right ones. So yeah, they are the right ones. But I do think these PLAs are really good. They are really good. It's just I've just been unfortunate. I thought it was going to crash then. This doesn't sound right. Is it right? Nope. No, it's not right. The music sounds odd. I wonder if it's already messed up. I'm getting some really weird noises. Or maybe it's just... Oh yeah, that doesn't sound right. Maybe this tape is just on the edge of working, and maybe you could just about get it to load or something. Because I feel like this isn't going to load now. Because it's already made a bit of a mess of that. The main image doesn't look... Oh, it's going out of tune. Yeah, that's wrong. The music's wrong. So maybe there is nothing wrong with that other computer. Maybe this tape's just on the edge of disaster. I can't believe this is not going to work now. Or maybe I have to clean the heads again, because I don't know what the last game I used was before Rainbow Islands. But that's what I need for this stream. I need a cotton bud and isopropyl alcohol. Oh, that's odd. I wonder if this is going to work. You can't hear something wrong. It's definitely got something weird going on. It's missing the odd note here and there. Is this the isopropyl alcohol? Yeah, it missed a note there. That's wrong. That's definitely wrong. I don't think it's... It might be because you're on a mobile phone. Something's wrong. Maybe the SID chip's just failed in this. Who knows? Like I said, I don't see any corruption on the image. It looks really... It does look corrupt on this monitor though. I've got this massive 27-inch monitor that doesn't work in 4:3. It makes everything look horrible. So it goes black now, and then maybe if it does the same thing as the other one, it's fine. Yeah, it is going out of tune every so often. Jonathan Dunn, Ocean Loader number 5. Yeah. Oh, has that worked? Oh, it keeps going. This is always the great thing about tape back in the day. Like, oh, is it going to fail? That looks like it might have already failed. Yeah, maybe the tape... I suspect the tape has gone bad. Maybe there's only so many playthroughs you can get of these things. Maybe it had its last playthrough live on stream. Loaded 3 is my favourite. Yeah, I think it's already messed up. Damn, that's a shame. That means Rainbow Islands doesn't work. Damn, I'm going to have to cross it off. I've made a list and everything. This is from last week. Rainbow Islands had a tick. It had a tick next to it. Now it's going to have a cross. Yeah, that's gone, isn't it? Unless... Am I misremembering this? Is it supposed to... No, that's broken. I think the screen goes black and then it carries on loading. Damn. Damn you. It's a goner, that one. Oh well. Rainbow Islands is gonna get its bad mark against its name. It's a real shame. It's a classic as well, that one. That is a real shame. I'll clean the heads because maybe this tape's destroyed itself onto the heads. That can happen. I was cleaning the heads in between every playthrough before. So, and also maybe I didn't need to replace that right gal then in the video because maybe it was working. I'm putting a cross next to Rainbow Islands. Shame. That is a shame. Let's give the heads a bit of a quick clean. There's a lot of this going on last week. There's nothing on it, but I suppose I better clean the erase head as well because maybe that does touch the tape. How about azimuth adjustment? It could be that. I don't know how to do it though. So, but we loaded quite a lot of stuff fine. So I'm suspecting this tape drive is fine. We'll see what we get with what it is. I'm not going to mess about with it on, right now, but it could be a thing to do. Yeah, I could just make it worse right now. How about we try salamander? I'm sure I loaded this before and this does work. So we'll try some salamander, which is a great little shoot 'em up. Sure, this loaded. Probably does need a new belt, this tape drive, but I don't think that's going to affect it loading. I think it's good enough. I've got a picture of it somewhere. I looked at it the other day and I was like, yeah, this is fine. Magnetized head needs degaussing. Oh, it's just like all the problems coming out. It's like, you can see why nobody likes tape at the end of the day. Tape is bad. It's a tiny screw. It's a tiny screw hangs on your screwdriver, and it might be. Oh yeah. Might be a bit magnetic. Yeah. Well, we're going to see what we get. We're going to see what we get without any servicing. I don't think this is going to be a servicing live stream. I don't want to take a cassette player apart on a live stream, definitely. I mean, the computer, maybe. I've done that before. I swapped a floppy drive out on the Amiga on live stream. But I'm not going to take a cassette player apart. I'll just end up with springs and everything everywhere and belts, and I'll be like, what am I doing? It might make a good video, though. Well, how do you do the azimuth thing? Is it just a program you need to run or something? Oh, can you do it with an oscilloscope? We've got an oscilloscope. Reset the tape counter to 0 when you are told to rewind the tape. Always rewind the tape to 0. Okay. There's a little belt on the tape counter on this as well, so if that goes, you're in just as much trouble because you need your tape. You need your tape counter on this. You can't get away without it, really. I'm going to do extreme close-up on the tape. Look at videos of restored belts with hot wood. I don't need to restore the belt. You can just go on eBay and buy a bag of belts, can't you? It's just a belt. There's nothing special about it, I think. Whoa. Is that just literally loaded? Are you serious? Is that loaded? That can't load that fast. Bet that's not loaded anything, is it? Yeah, that makes sense. There's no way it was loading that fast. I remember having to screw the tape head every week. The floppy works fine, it's okay. Yeah. Well, tapes. They are totally a thing of the past. It's amazing that we stored stuff on tape, really, but it was cheap. At the end of the day, it was cheap. It was cheap to produce. I mean, I suppose it was cheap to produce because there was loads of companies at the time who were already producing tapes. So if you use the same cassette format, then I suppose you could just take advantage of those production plants, which nowadays don't exist. So I imagine nowadays making a tape is more expensive than it used to be. More expensive than making a floppy disk, although I bet nobody makes those anymore either. First time I see economy on the C64. Yeah. Well. There it is. Can you see that? How close can I get with this GoPro? Oh, you can just see that. You can just see the loading screen reflected in it. I think this is quite a good game. I seem to remember playing it. It's Coin Op Hot Shot. Brilliant action hit. And you've got these little fold-out instructions. That's quite nice. With 3 languages in there. As your ship races into the start of level 1, learn the best position to destroy all the waves of aliens. So just shoot everything. Each of these waves leaves behind a bonus weapon. If you destroy the whole row, in this way you can start the game with enormous weapon power. Okay. That's good. Does the C64 do any error checking when loading tapes? I don't know. I don't really know about the tape loader. I imagine that I imagine it's up to the person who's written the tape, maybe, to do their own error checking or something. I don't know if the format's like quite open and that you can just store whatever you want in however you want it. So I don't know. I know because it's digitally controlled though. It's quite resilient because the computer's got control over what's going on, and I think the conversion to digital is happening inside the cassette player. So that's inside this dataset unit. So I think that's why it's quite good. because the computer isn't having to work it out. It's doing it for you and then passing on the digital data, I think. I could be completely wrong. I could be talking complete garbage on that one. Oh, it's just gone grey. Is that... Stop the tape. That's not good. That is not good. I wonder if we're going to have a massive failure on the stream today because everything's going to break. Maybe this cassette player has given up. Or maybe, actually, to be honest, I don't know that a lot of this stuff works. I think... Is this going to be repeated on the other side? That's not working, is it? Well... Let's try the other side. Oh yeah, look, we've got two sides. Oh no, two sides. Let's try the other side. They used to say that the first C64 tape games loaded the game 3 times to avoid errors. It's possible. I mean, that is a way of error checking, isn't it? It's just put it on the tape. Write every byte 3 times, and then, you know, if 2 of them are the same and 1 of them isn't, that's the one you take. It's basically the premise of error checking anyway, really, isn't it? You have to write extra data in there. Right, let's try the other side. If this works and the other one doesn't, I'll probably just put an X on the other side to say that side doesn't work. I think it's just going to be repeated on both. I'm sure this game loads, though. Sure it does. I think I've played it from this cassette. Maybe not. I could be wrong. So out the window with turbo loads. Yeah, that's the thing about whoever's doing the turbo loading, they're probably compressing data. That's probably what they're doing. But when you compress data, you start to, because all the bits start to get different, or more different, it's more likely to get errors. So you have to have a really good cassette player for that. I think the Commodore 64 cassette player is generally quite good. In some cases, it's probably faster than the disk drive, which was pretty awfully slow. Give me the picture of the spanner. Yeah, great. This could be a spanner live stream. Can you imagine this do a live stream where we don't successfully load a single game? This is definitely if that happens, this is the live stream to watch for if ever you're gonna slag off modern gaming. Just say, look, I watched somebody try to play 20 games and none of them worked. So take that. Take that, modern gaming. But this is what you had to do back in the day. This is what I did a lot of. Because I didn't get the disc drive till later. I've got some disc games. I've got the RPGs that I played on the C64. I've got Secret of the Silver Blades and stuff like that. They were quite expensive as well on the C64. I think they were £25 for the game. I think. And that was a C64 game. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, delta encoding and fixing serial fish. Yeah, there'd be loads of things that people could do. I think this has failed. My screen's gone black. Oh, the capture's black as well. So it's not just me. That looks absolutely black. That's not right. That's black on black, isn't it? Let's try that again. The brick of death finally got me. Nope. Okay, Salamander's a no-go. It's a no-go. Sorry, Salamander, you have failed. Well, that's a real shame. I was hoping Salamander was going to work. We've definitely had some success last week, though, so I don't know what's going on here. We're two for two on failures right now. The last game I loaded was Hammerfist, and that worked fine. Salamander, let's spell it right, is a fail on both sides. It's a both side fail. Right, what's next? What's next? Arnie, I've got this. This like Arnold. Apparently, this is quite a good game. It's like some real Zeppelin games. Oh, Zeppelin games, I'm sure, did loads of stuff for the Atari 8-bit as well. I think. Program and graphics, Chris Butler. Loading screen, David Taylor. Made in UK. Well, it's bound to work if it's made in the UK. Okay, right. Arnie, here we come. Come on, Arnie, you can do it. Should I clean the heads? Because we've just had a disaster previously, haven't we? So let's clean the heads. Maybe it just needs volume adjustment. There is no volume adjustment on the C64. It might be that it is failing. You don't know. It's never really been used this much in recent years. But apart from last week, maybe last week's live stream has killed the cassette player. Maybe the next video will be trying to get the cassette player to work. I'll just wait for this IPA to dry off before I put the cassette in. What's with all the fails here today? What's with all the fails? The fails is tape. I don't know. We could just be unlucky there. But we'll try. We're going to try Arnie. I mean, all these tapes are probably as old as this cassette player. So, you know, last week I said I was surprised if anything worked. And this week, so far, nothing's worked. So, there you go. Fails for the 80s. But this is Arnie. This is like classic 80s. Not Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnie. Which I imagine is a real super budget game. One mission split over complex enemy base camp. Found Arnie, yeah, great. It's a one-man mission. No prisoners to be taken. Good lord. Action is controlled by a joystick connected to port 2. Right, cool. Cool. Well, it started. Let's see where we get to. Give you some big, like, flashing imagery. Look at that. That is bonkers. And now we wait. And now we wait. So yeah, maybe I've been a bit harsh on this right-hand gal from the Gal PLA. If you've seen the video, I might have been a bit harsh on this. Maybe the right-hand one was working. They look identical. I remember needing to adjust the head alignment with a screwdriver on some cassettes to get them working. On the C64 was that? Was that on other platforms? I don't think this one's ever been adjusted. But then also last week we loaded like 8 out of 10 games, I think. So I think the ones that didn't work just didn't work. At least I know if it does load the game, we know the cassette works. Hey, look at that! Written by Chris Butler. Look at those graphics. Oh dear. His arms are very magenta, aren't they? This has got a stock modulator in it, so it's not like the colours have been messed with. Maybe this capture box is messing with the colours. I remember copy text and friends where 3 or 4 would load on a C90i. Oh, that Zeppelin logo. It's about as crappy as the one on the box. To be honest, I don't know if you can see it down there. It's pretty bad. But yeah, I'm sure these guys did stuff for the Atari 8-bit. Because my first computer was an Atari 8-bit and there weren't many games on it. I'm sure Zeppelin Games were one of the people who were doing stuff for the Atari 8-bit. It was just annoying when there was so much stuff on the Commodore 64 and the Atari 8-bit had so few. It might have had a few exclusive, well, I say exclusive, but games that were only on that platform. Not sure. But mostly you just got a real small subset of the games. And they took an age to load. But the Atari 8-bit also had, you know, a cassette player a lot like the Commodore 64 where it was controlled by the computer. It didn't need a separate power supply. It didn't have a volume thing or anything. It was quite good, as far as I remember, but it just took ages to load everything. But that, I don't know if that was the fault of the computer or the fault of the people, you know, programming the loaders and not compressing stuff. Who knows? Arnie. I don't know when this I don't know who started the thing of just flashing the screen when it was loading. I mean, clearly they would just, like, they'd get an interrupt and they'd just change the colour of the screen, and that's what they'd do to get the loading working. But I don't know who started that trend of, like, well, people, when you had the Commodore 64, you knew what that meant. You knew it meant it was loading. But there was no written rule that said things that loaded had to do that. People just did it. In this case, they're just changing the colour of the border, aren't they? So every time, I imagine every time they read a byte or something, they change the colour of the border. Arnie looks like he's behind out the sun for a tad. Yeah, I'm wondering if that's this capture box is a bit hot in one of the colours. I don't know. But he does look a bit odd. He really does. It's just his skin tones. I mean, he's only got 16 colours anyway, haven't they? So they've just had to deal with what they've got. But he does look a bit weird as well. Yeah, on the C64 dataset, isn't there a hole where you can adjust the heads with a small screwdriver? There is a little hole there, yeah, I can see it. Yep, I can see the little hole just there. So, yep, I've probably even got, have I got iFixit screwdriver? Will that fit in there? Probably not. These are magnetised though, so I don't know if you should be using magnetised screwdrivers in there. I don't think these will fit. I don't want to put it anywhere near it while it's loading though. They might, yeah, they might fit. One of these iFixit ones might go through that hole. One of these things. It's great, this little iFixit kit. I'm not sponsored. It's just great. Not sponsored. Tell you what though, this is taking a lifetime, isn't it? It's got through about half the take now. I suggest downloading the C64 program, Azimuth Head Alignment program, to help with head adjustment. I might do that, but I don't know if I want to do it on this stream. You bet those first two games okay, do you? Well, Rainbow Islands loaded last week, so that might be an indication that it is okay. Maybe this thing's on the verge of not working. And who was it told me last week they recapped their data set and it made everything work. I did have a look in the there is some schematics for it. It does have 3 electrolytic capacitors in it, which could have gone bad, and I think one of them is like a filter, so it could be like once the cap goes bad you start getting noise on the line or something. I don't know, but I've got a picture of the inside of this when I took it apart last time, and it doesn't look like it's easy to get to anything in there, so I didn't want to like rip it apart right now. Especially as I know it can load games, so maybe it depends on how much electrical noise I'm putting near these cables and stuff. It does have a very long cable. But yeah, they could be, the cassettes could be fine. But we'll see, we'll try our luck anyway. One thing I'll know is, at the end of this stream, if the game does load, we know that the cassette is good. So that's one thing we can definitely say. And if it doesn't load, we don't know. So maybe when I've tested all these games, I could do another video where I just go through all the games that don't work and try the head alignment and see if it really was the cassette or if it was the data set that was wrong. This is really ancient, this data set. It's a bit battered up. It doesn't have the lid on it, as you can see. Who needs a lid anyway? I'll tell you what is good about this. Let me go to the other screen. Where is it? Here we go. I've got a full shot of it here. These cassettes fit perfectly in this gap here. It actually fits perfect. It makes sense. This is a cassette and there's a cassette there, but you can use that as your dust cover when you're literally missing your lid. So that's pretty cool. And guess what? It loaded. So that is pretty cool. That is working. Right, I actually need a joystick now because we've finally got a game to load. So let's write it down. Oh no, I'll write it down after I played it because it might do something else crazy here. Do I need to zero the tape player? It's probably completely loaded now. There's no tape left on that. It's really quick and easy to do. I will do it at some point, I think. Oh, look at this. Has it got music? Oh, you get a little, like, Pac-Man noise or something. That is a weird noise when people die. That's not what I expect soldiers to sound like when they die. Is it one of these infinitely spawning soldiers things? Or did they stop? They stopped. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, this is the... If cannon fodder was ever going to be on the C64, this would probably be a good place to start from. This is about as good as it's going to get. Whoa, they're coming from all sides now. Are you joking? Have I got ammo or something? Oh, there is a cooldown on the bullets, or there's a limit to what I can fire. Whoa, I just turned into a skeleton. Oh, I'm back. Oh, no, my word, there's bullets everywhere. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I think I'm getting a bit confused because I think there's only so many bullets you can fire at once, and then it won't let you fire again after that. Can I shoot this guy or what? No. There's a weird noise going on. Oh man, 1992. Yeah, 1992. Oh, the collision detection's pretty weird. I thought I was going to miss him, but apparently not. Hey, tell you what, I imagine this is a really cheap game, isn't it? But it doesn't seem so bad. I bet you this is a £2 game. There's a tank! This is definitely the cannon fodder of the C64. Whoa, I walked right into the tank bullet. Can I destroy the tank? I can. It's getting a bit busy sometimes. Is Chris Butler, the guy who said he wrote this, Chris Butler, is he the guy who did Bubble Bobble on the Amiga or something? Am I getting that wrong? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oops, I was concentrating on the tank and... Whoa, I'm dead. I'll tell you what, it's not... Oh, look at this name entry screen. Yeah, this has been done on another game, hasn't it? Is he the guy who wrote Ghouls and Ghosts on the C64? He might be, because I recognise that round thing from somewhere. 1992. This is quite late on in the Commodore's life, isn't it? 1992? Really? I've just thought this would have been, like, maybe one of the later games that came out on the C64. Because there couldn't have been that many. I mean, the Amiga would have been out for 7 years at this point when this came out. Were they serious? Oh, I just immediately walked into the bullet. It's a one-hit dead thing as well. Yeah, you could convert this into cannon fodder. This would be a good starting place. A really bad C64 version of cannon fodder. I'm getting a little better at it. I have no memory of playing this though. I mean, no memory apart from the previous 3 seconds, but you know what I mean. Oh, that's dead already. There's a pink guy. Does he give me something? He does! He gives me a thing. Let's get that quick. It's an M60... Oh, the bullets go faster now. Because that makes sense. I can't read the whole screen because I've got a GoPro in the way, like I always do. He gets a bit busy sometimes. Oh, I'm running away. Yeah, this is cannon fodder. Look at it, it's got bridges and everything. Tell you what, my special machine gun ran out really quick, didn't it? Well, I can't believe this is actually quite good. Oh, is that a new gun? I've got a gun. I'm also being shot at quite a lot. Well, I can't believe how good this is. 1992. I just ran into the bullets. Whoa, that's a big pink explosion for that vehicle as well. It's got little arrows telling me which way to go. I mean, how often do you see that in a Commodore 64 game? Like, actually giving you a bit of instruction. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I can't just shoot. Oh, there's another vehicle there that's appeared out of nothing. Right. Oh no! What, another one? I think we're in the guilty of infinitely spawning bad guys here. Look how far I'm getting. I'm like a pro. I'm an Arnie pro. I'm going to go pro on this game, definitely. Well, how cool is this for a little budget game? It's just lacking a bit of music. In fact, it's lacking all the music, isn't it? I can't take my eyes away from the screen, though. I can't read the chat if there is any, because this is too intense. Some of the vehicles are quite lightly armoured, let's put it that way. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I nearly walked into an armoured car. A lightly armoured car. Got me light machine gun again. Whoa! There was no warning about that. My God. It's just suddenly in the middle of the road. Oh no, there's like stuff shooting at me. Where am I going? Down here. Oh, I've got to cross the road. No! I've made it across, but it cost me a life. Oh, there's a boat there and everything. Oh, there's a helicopter. Is that... Oh no, that's not a good friendly helicopter, right? That's a bad helicopter. I thought the helicopter was coming to pick me up and it was actually coming to murder me. Didn't it get dropped off in that at the start? Well, that's really cool. Pretty neat looking tank explosion. It's kind of isometric commando. Yeah, it is. It's quite good. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. You put commando music in that and you're sorted. And that was some heavy traffic. That road was the most deadly thing in the game. Yeah, that is not a bad game, but 1992. Wow. There couldn't have been many games that came out in 1992 on the Commodore 64. I mean, I know there was some. I think Creatures... Is it Creatures or Creatures 2 is from 1993? So there definitely were some, but that is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, that is impressive. Arnie, who knew? Who knew? I'm sure Chris Butler, I think he is the guy who did Ghouls and Ghosts. I think. You'd have to look it up for me. But I think he wrote Ghouls and Ghosts on the Commodore 64 and possibly Bubble Bobble as well. Maybe on the Amiga, I don't know. Well, that's really good. So we got one that works, and it's a good one too. 1992. I'm still quite amazed at that. That's probably the latest game I've got here, actually. This probably is going to be the latest game, I think. Unless I'm wrong, did an absolute load of games come out in 1992 for the Commodore 64? I can't believe that they did. I can't believe that. Let's write it down. So we got one. We got one that worked. Arnie is a worker. This could be the last time these games have worked, though, because if they are stripping all the rust off the tape as they go, then that's just like the last time they work. Right. Glad to be able to go back to 1992. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, though, in 1992, there wouldn't have been many people playing that game because they would have all... I mean, let's face it, like... Was it early the next year, or maybe late next year, Doom was about to come out on the PC. And that game had come out 6 months earlier. That really shows how far behind that was. But maybe there was still a market for, you know, if you could make a game in a few months and it could get, you know, 5,000 sales, you could make some money, maybe. Did a version of the Addams Family come out in 92? Maybe. Like I said, I know there were games that came out in 93. Maybe even later, but I just didn't think many of them were going to be here. Well, we've got a car. I won't do Akari Warriors next because it's kind of similar. This is a good game though. It's kind of similar to that. It's quite similar. That's got good music though. Let's try. I think this works. Oh, look, it's even got the price tag on. Nemesis $2.99. I think maybe when I said Salamander, I think it's this one that works. I'll probably put the kiss of death on it now by saying that. But yeah, Nemesis. Nemesis. Or did I try this last week? I didn't try Nemesis, did I? No, didn't try it last week. I didn't think I did. Nemesis. That's from Mystery Men, by the way. If you don't know the Nemesis, Nemesis. I did this last week. If anyone hasn't seen Mystery Men, then you've missed out. You can still watch it, actually. You've not missed out. Right, we're off with Nemesis. Not Nemesis. It's where he's talking about he's his nemesis when he walks in, and he doesn't know what the plural of nemesis is. We do definitely need to hear some more Sid tunes. Well, I mean, if that's the case, I'll do Akari Warriors next, because that's got some good music in it. Evening all. Mystery is a framed film. You mean Mystery Men? You might want to rephrase that. I'm Ballerina Man. No, yeah. Oh yeah, the interview I've forgotten. I haven't seen it for years. They're interviewing all the new superheroes, aren't they? I've forgotten about Ballerina Man. It's just really, really great. He's got his mixed metaphors as well and everything, hasn't he? I'm gonna go Pompeii on your ass. It's very good. Nemesis is loading. This is a great game. Yeah, I think this one is. I'm sure I played this recently. Maybe when I said Salamander, I was thinking this. Are the Salamander and this related? This is another Konami one. It's got Konami written in tiny little letters. Yeah, another coin-op action. With stunning graphics. Each attack from Bacterian is awesome. We're fighting Bacterian. You played Nemesis last week. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Please wait then. Bet you didn't play it on tape, did you? Or did you? Maybe you did. Did you play it on tape? No, is the answer. Because why would anybody do anything this dumb? This is pretty dumb what I'm doing here. You've got to admit. Who, I mean, somebody said that there was loads of videos of people loading from tape, but live streaming, loading games from tape? Seriously? You did, yeah. Oh, is this one going to work? It's gone green. Oh, do you know what? I think I've tried to load this. I think this is one of the ones that doesn't work. I think this doesn't work. Wonder how many C64 tape deck sees action these days in 2022. Well, there's one still going here. Yeah, I actually think this doesn't work. I think I've tried. This is one of the games I tried during my lunchtime things when I was working from home. Like I'd put a cassette in at lunchtime and just each day and try one. And I think this is one of the ones that doesn't work. That's already broken, hasn't it? Let's try the other side. I'm sure it got a loading screen. I'm sure it got as far as actually having a loading screen. Next, live typing hex listings with checksum. Yeah, right. Yeah, typing in basic programs was the thing, wasn't it? The thing about this basic programs is most of it was just data, and you were actually typing the data in, which is pretty bad. I think I did some of that on the Atari 8-bit, trying to type in a driving game, and I didn't know what I was doing. You know, when you're a little kid, I don't think it ever worked. Really bad little driving game. Right, I think this is going to get as far as a loading screen with a picture, and that's all we're going to get. You love the tape rewinding sound. Well, I think it's being recorded in stereo, because this is stereo mic, so you'll be getting the tape loading in one ear if you're listening with headphones, I think. I was actually considering doing some audio recordings, like just setting up a properly conditioned room. This one isn't great. It's all right for recording because it's small, and actually just doing some proper recordings of certain things on these retro computers, like the the floppy disk noise on the Amiga and the cassette noise and the typing of the keys on some of the ones and stuff like that, just to get just so people can have like a sample bank of free actual real retro computer sounds. I don't know if anyone's ever done that, because you know, if you actually, the keys on these make a certain noise. I've got my Commodore 64 keyboard from my computer's down there, and it's got those rubber dome keys, and they just sound different as well. But they are quite cool, like, because anytime you hear a key typing sound, it doesn't sound like these. These have just got a certain sound to them. But yeah, and this whole crusty computer. Let's put this one back up here in case I drop anything on it. Nemesis is loading, please wait. Is it really loading, or is it broken? That's the question. I don't think Nemesis is loading at all. I think it's not going to work. Wonder how Nemesis looks on MSX. Is a great game. I think it is good on this. Maybe I'm misremembering it. I might be remembering Salamander. I don't know. I don't think we're going to get to play it though. I think this one is a write-off. Yeah, I don't think that's working. That's not supposed to be doing that, is it? It's definitely got... I've seen it do a picture. I've seen it do a loading picture. Now it doesn't even do that. No, I'm going to say Nemesis doesn't work. Unless have I not given it enough time? No, it's halfway through the tape now, and it hasn't even come up with a loading picture yet. So that's not good. Oh well, Nemesis. We'll mark it down. We'll mark it down. This is really kind of just an audit live stream. Nemesis is bad. So what I've tested, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 working games, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that didn't work. That's not good. The record's going down, but I haven't tested. Maybe all these budget games. I tested all the big box games last time, and the budget games, maybe they're on lower quality tapes, so they haven't survived as long. Let's try Ikari Warriors, because it's got cool music, and if it works, even if we get some loading music, that'd be nice. Press play on tape. It's the name of the stream. I seem to remember this game being quite good, and it was 2-player. Yeah, there's pictures of 2 people on the front. Picture of 2 people on the front there. Elite Systems, Anchor House, Aldridge, Walsall, West Midlands. I shall phone the consumer hotline. Bet you that doesn't work anymore. Oh my god, the text is so small. That is unbelievable. Maybe I could... Oh, can I read that now? God, it's so hard to read though. My eyes are like... That is the smallest font I've seen anyone print. At least they knew how to print it in the 90s. General Alexander Bourne, CIF, US Forces, Central America. It's almost unreadable. They've gone... It's not going to be able to focus on that. But you literally need a magnifier for that. That is absolutely crazy that they went with that smaller font. Well. Oh, it's Cyberload. I noticed Hammerfist did this as well. Cyberload. Was that just that everyone gave it the same name? This game says 1985 or something. Oh, this is crazy. They printed this tiny font, but they printed the Atari ST and Amiga controls in here. So it's like, how stupid is that? Like, you did a font that small, but half the text is useless to you anyway. This is guaranteed. I could send it back if it doesn't work. Hey, music! There's a weird glitch on the screen there though, so I wonder if it's not working correctly. There you go, you want some Sid tunes. Maybe it'll be a broken Sid tune, but at least we'll get one. You need to borrow the guy from next door to join you with some Ikari Warriors. We need to get... Oh. I think this is already... Why is the scroller stopped? Is that right? Oh! No, that looks right. That looks totally right. Oh no, it doesn't. It's got that big line through the top. That's not right. You see through the Ikari, there's a giant line through it. The chances of getting this to work? Low. We did get the Sid tune though. It does sound broken though. I mean, I don't remember this music, but don't think it's supposed to be sounding like that. Maybe. It's so dodgy, all this tape loading. If it doesn't work, I'll try the other side. But I don't think that's right. It might be, though. Has anyone got any memories of this Ikari Warriors loading music? I vaguely remember the bit at the start. I don't remember this bit anymore. What year was this one? It's a Gallup #1 hit. Gallup being the people who compiled the UK charts. I probably need my magnifying glass to find the year. 1986, I think that says. I think that's the copyright, it's not the year this came out. Outright lovely. See that line through the graphic there looks like it missed a whole, just a whole section of bytes it just didn't get. It's still going though. I think it's a better loading image than Arnie, but Arnie's pretty good. This is actually, I think, quite a good game. It just only scrolls vertically though, not like Arnie. They've got the skin tone a bit better instead of the magenta skin tone in Arnie. Oh dear. I suppose you're working with whatever you've got here, aren't you? You're working with what you've got. I thought it was going to load then. We're going to run out of tape soon if it doesn't load soon. I suppose they would have only put the minimum amount of tape on they need because it saves money, wouldn't they? Oh! Oh, maybe that thing isn't a glitch there. Maybe it's meant to be doing that. Well... the tension. Is it going to work? Place your bets. I think it's going to be a no. Oh, I don't know. It's still going. You see, it could still... A lot of these games could be a bit corrupt and still load. If they're just loading graphics and it's a bit corrupt, then... the game can still work with slightly corrupt graphics, but if there's any part of the code that's corrupt, it's just going to fail. And then again, maybe even if the code's corrupted, that bit of code doesn't run. Like, it might only run in certain bits. You get to the boss and then it'll crash or something like that. I don't think there is a boss in this, but you know what I mean. But the code's probably very small for a lot of these games, so all the bits of code would run. Oh, this has worked, maybe? Look at that, it's even got an intro. It has got an intro. How cool is that? I'm getting my joystick. Yeah, look at that, with even this scrolling bouncy text thing. Oh yeah, so that is written by the same people who did Hammerfist. That's why it's got the same loader. Always optimistic, so yes, it will load. Might need cassette azimuth. Yeah, to calibrate the cassette head. Yeah, that has been suggested. That has been suggested. So I might do that at some point. Yeah, so this is 1990, so this is pretty late in the C64's life as well. That's what it says. Right, I pressed the button. Whoa, whoa, whoa! There's people coming at me already. Maybe the cassettes, the only cassettes that work are actually the ones that have these like little runny games on. What do these pickups do? Oh, bullets! You have limited bullets. Oh, I wasn't expecting that's a fire. Oh, I think I can get overwhelmed here. Oh no, you walk forward too much. And it all goes wrong. Oh, I don't know what the different power-ups are. I think you do get in a... Oops. I think you do get in a tank in this. Maybe Arnie was kind of based on this game. There's the tanks already. And 2 of them for the 2 players. Oh, whoa. Oh yeah, you hold the button to fire the grenades. Right, oh! I'm saying oh a lot. Oh! How do I get in the tank? I'm in the tank! Have we got infinite bullets in the tank? We can't fight. Uh-oh. Oh, it's like... Oh no, there's a mine! I remember the mines now. It's like Halo when the vehicle's on fire, you have to get out, otherwise you die in it. It looks truly awful, the colour. I think the colours are wrong. I don't ever remember the... It's so over bright, this thing. It's like really blown out, the colours. I think this cable I've got has been made wrong or something. So, yeah, let's blame it on that. But I don't think it's supposed to look this bad. Let's go around here, because there seems to be a landmine. Oh, the tank's wearing off. Just on its own it wore off. The bleeping from the mines is really bad. It really scares you. Have I got 99 grenades? I think I do. Hey, this is alright. Apart from the blown out colours. I take it they can't step on their own landmines then. Oh, there's... Everywhere's a death trap. Oh! I'm doing alright here. I think. Oh, what's this? Oh, I thought I was going to avoid that bullet. I'm being shot by some kind of sculpture. Oh, it's making a weird noise. Oh, there we go. Tanks, is that going to have... Yeah, I was going to say, is it going to have landmines next to it? And yes, it is. Scummy tricks they did in these games back in the day. It's like... Yeah, there's one there too. Oh my word. Check that out. Look at the number of grenades, landmines they put next to that tank. Oh, the tank's got like a... Oh, it's got fuel or just a time limit? I think you can run over the people. Yeah, you can in the tank. You can run over people. It's just like cannon fodder. Uh-oh. Whoa! There is a lot of landmines out here. They don't shoot a lot, the guy. They do shoot, but not a lot, so that's your one saving grace. Whoops. He says he didn't manage to shoot that guy. This bouncy screen thing they've done. Player 1 is in the top 10 high scores. Oh, and you have to use the joystick. Sounds great. Commando clone, really, but not so goddamn hard, yeah. Thing is, the game works. You are right. The game works. It's a worker. I'm more familiar with the NES version compared to the colour scheme, but otherwise looks a bit off. Otherwise, it pretty looks nice conversion. Good at playing these old games. I'm not so sure about that. I feel like I'm getting hammered, but they are all solely hard. This looks. I tell you what, though. I don't think it's supposed to look like this. It's not. I think it's just this cable for the Commodore 64 and this converter box, and then you're looking at it on an LCD screen and everything. I don't believe it was this blown out back in the day. I think that magenta is supposed to be a lot less magenta. But yeah, I think that's a problem with the cable and stuff. But yeah, other than that, that is working. That is totally working. You have to turn it off though, because you can't rewind the tape because it's stopped it. But we're going to mark it down as Ikari Warriors is working. I'm very happy with that. Who needs azimuth alignment when you've got Ikari Warriors? Chalk another one up to a working cassette. Maybe the Hit Squad tapes aren't that great. Maybe that's one of the problems. Just sound a bit. The tape sounds a bit dodgy though. That's got to have the record for the smallest font I've ever seen. Tell you what, in 1990, they knew how to print. They honestly knew how to print because they have printed with such fidelity there. It's unbelievable. Such fidelity. Right. There's another one. What have we got next? I've got a graphic editor. I've got a utility there. That's crazy. I won't try that yet. I've actually got a utility. Silverbird. They did loads of budget stuff. That's this one. Yeah, this weird thing. It's a graphic. I must have bought that because, you know, I'm into making games. And I think I probably bought this way too late in the Commodore 64's life and probably never used it. Probably thought I'd make a game on the Commodore 64, but I'd moved on to the Amiga or something. Yeah, that's weird. It's... might be just like one of the... maybe it was one of like the software programs that they'd made to do a game or something and they just released it. Maybe not. It's got a nice cassette. Graphic editor. It's quite nice. Look out for these exciting Silverbird. Yeah, Silverbird, I'm not sure if they did the really low budget stuff. I don't remember. There's probably one of these... I did watch that Kim Justice thing about the Hit Squad stuff. Can't believe he covers in such depth all the stuff he does in his videos. What have we got? We've got Blasteroids. Got Blasteroids here. The sequel to Asteroids. Oh, it's got two... whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Check this out. It's got Blasteroids, but bonus, Double Dragon 2's in here as well. Why is that in there? I don't know. Double Dragon 2 is in here. So which should we try? Blasteroids or Double Dragon 2? Let's try Double Dragon 2. We've got a bonus game. To load, see inlay. I don't have the inlay. Just don't have it. The tape looks like it's gone yellow. I think that's supposed to be a white tape. That, maybe it was yellow? I'm not sure. Right, press play on tape. Here we go again. I can't believe it. I probably bought this because I was a big fan of the arcade machine. They had it in our town and I used to play Double Dragon 2 all the time. I don't think any of the home versions of Double Dragon were actually that good, to be honest. Especially on the limited consoles, because they'd always have like these beat 'em ups have had loads of guys to smash into, but when you got to the home computer it's like you can only hit one guy. Which reminds me of playing the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game today, Shredder's Revenge. I'm actually getting quite into that. It's quite good. Well, it started loading. Oh yeah, do a video retrobiting a tape. Can you imagine that? How would I even do it without destroying it? You can't take these things apart. They're all glued together. Well, you can, but they're glued together. Let's put it that way. I say you can. I've never tried it. Oh, I can't imagine that. Imagine that. Retrobating a tape for a game on tape that you don't even have the box for. It might not even work. Right, I'm going to leave you with Double Dragon 2 loading while I go grab some more drinks. If you end up stuck watching a black screen, it's just not worked. So hopefully something happens here. Maybe I'll get back before it finishes. I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's quite a lot of tape on this, so I'll be back in a few minutes. What did we... Oh, whoa! It's actually working. I'm always shocked when it works. Let's try not to unplug the computer. Please set the tape count. Did it not... Oh, did it not load much? Press any key. We're off again. I was taking a break. I just joined. Yeah, I was taking a break, but we are tape loading, so it's like you can take a break a lot in this because there's a lot of loading compared to the amount of gameplay. And that's if the stuff works. That is if it works. But welcome, I'm here. I've reset the tape counter, and now we continue. Yeah, so it's always rubbish that, isn't it? When you join a live stream and it's just an empty chair. You're like, what? We've done that loads of times. You go on Twitch, it's like, here's the empty chair. People will usually put the screens up and stuff, but this isn't Twitch. This is YouTube, where we do stuff differently. Now to make your pizza. Yeah, I could have done. I have had a piece of, not a croissant or a piece of toast or whatever. I've had a bagel once when I took a break in the middle of a stream. So I'm just going to go. And I came back, had a bagel. I was starving. I hope this Double Dragon works. I hope they all work. The now needs retrobiting Double Dragon 2 tape. It does match the cassette player quite well, though, actually. Maybe they did that deliberately. And it's got Blast... That's weird, it ended up in the Blastroids box. Must be some games here where the boxes have gone missing, so they've just been shoved in other boxes to keep them, like, dust-free. I suppose that's... Oh, look at that! Player 1 uses joystick port 1. Okay, I've got to change my joystick port. Oh, it's got some cool music. Who needs azimuth alignment? Look at that, it's perfect. Bake a cake with Choco PLA. I could bake a cake with Choco PLAs. I could bake a cake with real PLAs on the top. I've got another one. Right. Oh, it's got an intro. Billy and Jimmy Lee. That's like Bruce Lee, but not really Bruce Lee. Pursue the killers of Billy's girlfriend. It looks like Harrion on my screen. It says Marion, doesn't it? It's really bad on this screen I'm looking at. Oh, good lord. Headphone warning. It's like literally 10 times louder, that sound effect. Oh, this game. I remember it. It's not very good. I mean, it's technically good. It's just not. Oh, I can do that little spin kick. Yeah. Doom, doom. Make a real big Sid noise when they land. It's arcade accurate though. I remember in the arcade you did come out of that door at the start. These boxes were here. That helicopter was there. See, there was women with whips. There she is. And you could hit them and get the whips. Oh, there it is. See, you can do that in this. Whoa. Maybe not. Oh, he's just killed me. Oh no, I'm being... Yeah, have you noticed there's only 2 people attacking me though? Because I think they only got like... They can only get 4 enemies on the screen. So it was you, the other player, and 2 others. And that was it. That was all you got. So can I get that? How do I get it? I can't fire or do anything. I don't know how to use this. Oh! Oh, he's throwing the box at me. I don't know why I couldn't use that whip. He keeps picking up the box. Oh no, I'm totally dead. This is not working out well. Oh god! Don't throw the box at me. Oh, how am I doing that? The controls of this are really bad. I think I've got to hold... Oh, I've got to hold and press the direction. Is that right? I don't know. Oh, you kick him if he's got the box in his hand and he drops it and it hits you anyway. Yeah. Oh, no, I avoided that one. Can I get the box? You can! You can get the box. That's pretty cool. I'm getting ready to chuck this box at somebody. Whoa! Oh, she dropped a knife. He dropped a knife. Oh, what's happening here? There's some kind of weird glitch where we can't hit each other. Oh yeah, I chucked the knife. That was a thing in the arcade as well. Oh, you went the other way then, did you? I'm in the box again. Oh, you can go up those ladders and get on the roof as well. The box is deadly, isn't it? Oh yeah, look at this. What's up here? Nothing, because the AI can't get up here. Oh god, that box is my enemy. He ducked that. How are you ducking that? Hey, there you go. No box attack from you. Oh, he's going straight back for it. Yeah, take that, box. Ouch! She's got a long reach with that whip. Well, it's like a ball and chain. Oh, jeez. See, when I pick this up, though, I can't seem to use it. I can't do anything with it. Oh, there we go. Somehow. Oh, you have to... You have to push up or something? I am not sure what's happening with that. It is working, though. It sometimes just doesn't hit them. Oh god, we hit each other. Let's get the box again. Come on, let's take it with us. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Oh my god, this game. These hairdos, what's it all about? It's like my hairdo. I've not had a haircut for ages. This is not the worst game in the world, actually. It's got quite a lot of features from the arcade. Picking up the knives and stuff. Oh, I didn't mean to pick that box up. Oh, am I dead? Maybe I'll get to the boss and get done in. This box is... we're taking it to the end of the level. Oh, is that the boss? That might be the boss. Maybe it's not the boss. Maybe it's a mini-boss. Can I get him to throw that into his own guy? These graphics are weird, aren't they, when it's all this... such low resolution. Oh, doing that boss in. If he is a boss. Oh, I want the box. Ow, the box. No, he's got the box. Oh no! Oh, he's punching me in the face. Oh, that's really cool. They've got quite a lot of features from the arcade in here, apart from the fact they've just not got many people on the screen. Right, the box is mine now. Oh, I've only got 4 left on the time. Is that a lot? Oh, he's punching me in the face. Oh, we only got 3 left. They are not seconds. The time limit might do me in here. Let's try and get the box. Here we go. Oh, he doesn't get knocked over by the box, this dude. Oh, I didn't want to pick that up. Now I do want to pick it up. Come on. Oh, he's dead. Hey, I did the level, I think. I think I did the level. Oh, God, that noise. You need a headphone warning for that one. Hey, it's loading. Do I need to reset the count? Oh, I did the reset of the counter, didn't I? This is unbelievable. Got to the second level on Double Dragon 2. Come on. That is, like, epic. epic win for getting to the second level. So this tape that needs retrobrighting is done really well. Or is doing really well. Well, Double Dragon 2. Not so bad. Nowhere near as good as the arcade, but wow. Actually quite impressive. I suppose it's impressive because they've got to, like, they've used all the memory to do those graphics and now they're having to load more in. There's just going to be lots of sitting around. I thought I was going to get through the rest of the tapes in this stream, but there's so many. If you actually want to play the game, you've actually got to spend a little bit of time on it. All those fails from the beginning, it's beginning to sound like a distant memory. Yes, it is. Look, we've now got a game that's even got cutscenes. They're hiding in that factory! With the really loud noise. Oh, they bust through the wall here, I think. Oh no, somebody busted through that wall, don't they? I'm sure I remember somebody busting through the wall. They're hiding. There we go. God, there is still a memory of that somewhere in my brain, that wall got busted open. This is a classic thing in games, isn't it? Is that the big boss guy from the first level becomes the thing that you're fighting on every level now. I don't know how far I'm going to make it. Oh, come on. See, this is the thing. It's actually quite decent, but look, we're fighting one guy. So that's what the Commodore 64 kind of lost from the arcade, apart from the high-resolution graphics. Is the fact that you're fighting one dude on his own. He's taking a beating as well. Yeah, there we go. No problem. Oh, there was definitely a bit in the arcade with a combine harvester where you had to jump over it. Oh, that's a grenade! Oh, I'm getting boofed in. Well, that grenade takes a while to go off, doesn't it? Come on. Hey, there we go. Getting into the flying kicks. Oh, she ducked it. Oh, the box. Let's take that to the end of the level. Whoops, missed it. Let's get the box back. Oh, how can he duck a box? That doesn't make any sense. There we go. The box is awesome. It was awesome for a second. Haha, take that, you box. Oh no! It's when you pick it up and you don't want to is the problem. I think the arcade had a different button for that, maybe. If you didn't mistakenly pick it up. It's got to do everything with one button, the C64. Okay, here he comes. No, he ducked the box. We don't... Oh, and he picked it up. This guy, his AI just says, if there is a box, pick it up. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, there we go. That's the AI for this guy. AI has definitely improved in games over the years. Take this! Nope. Is he going to go for the box? Yep. It's so predictable, it's great. And I've not hit him with the box once. Oh, he did decide to punch me there before he got the box. God, I can't even kick him then. I think that sometimes it's just a bit off the way it does things. No, he's ducking the box every time. Right, one more time with the box. Come on. Nope. Now go get the box. Now a flying kick here. Then I'll get the box back. Right. This box is weird. So yeah, all games, they're not exactly all so great. Can you take the box with me? Oops, I've fallen off. Oh, I'm up here now. Can he not get back up? I don't think he can. Do I have to kill these guys before I move on? Let's go game. Ouch! Is he going to get up again? Oh no, he's alright. Let's take the box. This is like the companion cube in Portal, isn't it? Portal 2? Is that Portal 1 or Portal 2? I can't remember. Is that Portal 1? Take the cube to the end of the level. Where's she going? What are you doing? The AI's gone wrong. I'll just leave her there. Ow! He smacked me in the back of the head. That's not on. Oh, she's coming back for me. She teleported here, didn't she? Ouch! Oh, it really slowed down there. I think next hit and I'm dead. Ouch! That was my last hit. Have I got a life left? Nope. Well, Double Dragon 2 is a success. I don't think I ever tried the strategy of lugging the box through the entire game. I never beat the game, so I should try it. Well, why not? Why not? I mean, it was working for me. It's funny that the AI on that guy will just always go for the box. He's like, there's a box, quick, get the box. Must have it. And then some of them will just never get it. I think he's the only one who's got an animation to do it. It goes to show that the AI in some of these games would have just been a couple of lines of code. It wouldn't have been anything special. Sometimes you get modern games where it's nothing special, but there we go. Double Dragon 2, which I don't have a box for, is a success. So I'm gonna mark that down, and we'll have to find a place for that to live. Double Dragon 2. Who knew that? Double Dragon 2. I might as well just write down here that it's in the Blastroids box, because that's where I'm going to keep it, and then forget about it again. It works. It totally works. That's brilliant. That is a bonus game that we didn't know we were going to get. So, the real question then is, does Blastroids actually work? There is not a lot of tape on this one. It's got a nice box. It's a big box. This must have been a... Was this like the mid-priced game? It's not like a full-priced one. It's like a mid-priced, because it's in the thing for 2 cassettes, but there isn't supposed to be 2 cassettes in here. It's got pictures. Classic thing of putting the pictures from like the Amiga version on the back. No way that's the Commodore 64 version. Can't really see them on there, can you? You need to have like a macro lens. It's found a blaster. Oh, it's got a manual. Comes with a manual. Or instructions. Oh, it's a big fold out one. Oh, wait a minute. It's not even got English in it. Starts with German. French, German, Italian, German. What? Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's just the localized instructions, is it? Oh, yeah. And then you get... That's probably the English instructions. No, this has got all languages in as well. So this is like... Yeah, that's weird. It's just telling you what keys do what. Wow. Oh, and it opens out to show you what is clearly not the Commodore 64 pictures. And that maybe makes sense because this looks like the same one for everything, and then it's got a sticker over there. So this maybe was big enough to fit a 3.5-inch disc in or something like that for the 16-bit versions. It's got a little story. Yeah. You wouldn't have fit a Commodore 64 disc in there though. I bet this never came out on disc. Well, I don't remember playing this game at all, so we'll see what happens. So you've not tried lugging the box through the entire game. Does that mean to say you have played that game a lot? Or did you play it on different platforms? Like I said, I mostly remember the arcade machine. The arcade machine was really good. Okay. But yeah, definitely. I think that's the thing. Looking at it now, that's quite a good game. But I think back then, I remember being a bit disappointed by it because you'd seen the arcade and you knew what the arcade was like, and then you saw that and you were like, "This is nowhere near as good." But the reality is, they actually did a pretty decent job of that conversion. Probably the best you could ever do, maybe. For what is quite a complex game, the arcade just had a lot more fidelity to it. I don't know if it was any good on the Amiga or anything. Maybe it was crap on the Amiga. I'm not sure. But there it is. It totally has gone yellow as well. I don't know if that's coming across on the camera. Check that out. The back is a different colour to the front. There's way more yellow on the front. So it does need retrobrighting, this cassette. There's a lot sitting around in this stream, isn't there? You don't get this on the Amiga streams. You just stick the disc in and then you get some music straight away. I think that's maybe one of the things that was like a big deal going to the Amiga, is that loading was much better. Not only was it disc, which you did have disc on the C64, but it was just horribly slow. You had disc and it worked like quite well. So that was a nice thing of going to the Amiga. Don't know what's going to happen. Place your bets. Blasteroids. Will it ever work? I seem to remember playing a lot of Asteroids on the Atari 8-bit, because I think that was one of the games that you got on there. Maybe just everybody had an Atari 8-bit had Asteroids, and Centipede as well, which are like the classic. That Missile Command, Asteroids and Centipede seem like the classic Atari games to play. I had a BBC Micro, so not played any of these games. Oh, that's a shame. One of the downsides of an educational machine. Loving the tapes though. If you had a BBC Micro, that means you must be in Britain then, because there's no way you had a BBC Micro and you lived in the States or anything like that. Absolutely no way. It's pretty much a British thing, wasn't it? Did the BBC Micro have cassettes then? It did it? Could you plug a cassette player in? I'm assuming you could. Because they had them at school, but they always had disk drives, I think. So could you just plug any random cassette drive into it somehow and get stuff off cassette? Yeah, you definitely in the UK. If you said you got a BBC Micro, you definitely, if you had one anywhere back in the day, there will be people in the States who've got BBC Micros, but they've just got them as a, as a retro collection thing. But I don't know why I was never really into the BBC Micro. It's just because they probably had it at school and it was just like, oh, it's the green screen with all the educational software on it. But they were quite a decent computer. They were built like a tank. In fact, I will say the first computer that I ever actually used at home was a BBC Micro. And that was the first computer that I ever wrote a program on, the Hello World and, return, and then you get it to print down the screen. And that's what my dad showed me to do when I was about 8. So the first computer I ever used was actually a BBC Micro, and now I'm a computer programmer. So there you go. That's how it all started. It apparently did start a lot of people's careers, the 8-bits, and it was the point of it. It was to educate people of computers are coming, and here they are, and we need to put them in schools. So it was a really good idea. Do you own any Speckies? No, I've never owned a Spectrum, ever. Back in the day or now, never. I've never. The thing is that I know there's a lot of people who've got a lot of love for them, which I understand. But because I'd had Atari 8-bit originally, whoa, this works. Because I'd had Atari 8-bit originally, and then I moved to the Commodore 64, the Speccy always just looked like the underdog. But I do understand the appeal of it because it was very cheap, and for a lot of people it was their first computer, or maybe their only computer, their 8-bit computer, whatever. So it was a very good idea to make a computer that was that cheap, but for me it was a bit too cheap because, well, like I said, I had we didn't have a lot of money, but the computers we had were always second hand. But I'd rather have a second hand Commodore 64 than a brand new Spectrum, if you know what I mean. So that was the way it went. So I don't have a lot of love for them because they were always so inferior graphically, and definitely in the sound department they were inferior as well, to the Atari 8-bit and the Commodore 64. But yeah, there's the guy at my work, and he had a Spectrum, his first computer Spectrum. He loves it, absolutely loves the Spectrum. That horrible single colour graphic thing. Started mine. I'm a pro coder. Oh, it started your career. What did this the BBC or the Specky? The BBC. I imagine it did. Yeah. For loads of people, I'm sure it did. For loads of people, that computer was probably instrumental. Even for me though, I didn't use it a lot. But it's just the fact it was the first one I ever used when I suddenly realised, wow, this is what a computer is, and this is what you can do with it, and I can make it do things. And that in itself was like an epic moment of like, wow, you can tell the computer what to do, and it does it for you, and it does it really fast. Even though BASIC was super slow, it was just proving to you that you could write a loop, you could print something to the screen, and you could do it again, and it would do it really quick. And that's like the key, like the kind of like key moment in your mind of like, that's what computers do. They do really simple things really fast. So a video game is just printing lots of things to the screen really fast. That's what a video game is, and then doing it in the loop. And that's exactly what you do when you write that first program if everybody writes I was here, and then get it to loop and go around again. That's essentially the beginnings of that's what a program does. So that's quite impressive. This game, I have no memory of this, but it has worked. Let's play it. Is it going to load again? I have no memory of playing this. Easy walk, medium. What? I didn't press anything. Oh, okay. Oh, I have to. Oh my. Oh, I've gone into medium. I had no. Oh, this is Asteroids. It's really slow and a lot less vectographic. Oh, that thing can't kill it. Oh, you can. Oh, it's got power-ups. It's Asteroids with power-ups. Oh, except I thought I could shoot that. But I can't. Oh, the tape. They didn't stop the tape. Okay. Is that a power-up or a bullet? Not sure. That is a power-up. I've never played this. Honestly, I don't know where this tape's come from, but I don't think I've ever played this. You have 8 sectors to clear. Wow. Oh, I'm playing on the big screen. What is this? I've got 4 credits. Got a BBC at age 6 in 1982. I was programming BASIC not long after, and typing listings in magazine never worked. Yeah, it doesn't work, but that's where you learn the most stuff, isn't it? Firstly, you learn that computer programs, you don't understand anything by just regurgitating a load of what looks like nonsense at the time you do it. Because when you're 6 and you're typing in a magazine, it's just nonsense, isn't it? You don't understand any of it. That's when you realise that you're going to have to understand it if you want to work out what's going on. You can't just jump in at the deep end and go, here's a 600-line program. I mean, it does help you to understand that programs don't work if you get them wrong. But essentially, you need to start by writing simpler stuff. Which is how you go. Right, what is this? What am I buying here? They're like mushrooms. I don't know what I just picked. Is it going to crash now? No. Right, okay. Oh. This is not as good as actual Asteroids, I think. It's a bit janky on here. Asteroids was quite smooth. Let's get that. I think that's a power-up. And that's maybe a power-up. Oh, whoops. If you move around too much, you can get right out of control. Okay, so is this like a tech tree? Is this the equivalent of a tech tree? I'm buying my way. I don't even know what it's asking me. I have no idea what this means. Let's just go do that. Or is this am I picking the levels there? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Whoa, it's a bit jerky. Oh, that just glitched out. It's got a lot of moving stuff though. Oh, don't want to move that. Oh, I can't tell what's happening. I'd really like to get the power-ups, but... There's a power-up. Seems like the power-ups just randomly disappear. Oh, I've gone too fast. Oh, they stop when you shoot them. That's new. I might have played this once in an arcade, but not enough to remember any of it. It automatically... I'm not doing that, it just automatically sends me to that at the end. I don't think I've ever seen this game. Yeah, me too. Not on the Commodore 64 anyway. So... That's a weird noise. Feels like the bullets are really small. I don't even know if they're coming across on the stream. Yeah, I always thought the trick in asteroids was to not move too much, because once it starts going, you just can't seem to stop it. Oh, except get that. I think that's a power-up. Oh, that's energy. That was energy. But it's reset my power-ups. What? So yeah, this was the successor to asteroids. That energy? Don't know what that is. Well, I can't shoot very far. Oh, come on. 5 sectors to clear. It's working though. Let's go here, whatever that is. Am I picking like hard levels, easy levels or something? Oh, those things that just turn into giant non-moving rocks. So you look at this, it's so weird. Yeah, I've got quite a lot of moving stuff on the screen though, so that's quite good. It's not like the Commodore 64 didn't have tons of sprites, it only had 8, so you had to multiplex them. And even then you'd be limited in what you could do. I've only got 3 credits now. I imagine this probably looked fancier in the arcade when they've given asteroids a real lick of paint. But here it just looks like they've unlicked the paint because it's the Commodore 64 version. I wonder if it reviewed well. It's probably written on the back of the box. What is that thing? And why can't I shoot it? Is that a power-up? It seems to be hard to know what's a power-up and what isn't. Oh, it's not an enemy then. Maybe that was a power-up. Three sectors to clear into... Oh! Whatever that thing was, I picked it up and it... Uh-oh. And it's done something weird to my ship. Which maybe made more sense in the arcade when you can actually see what that thing is. Oh, I tried to get away. Oh, he's bashed me around, that guy. I'm getting bashed about. I think I died. I think I just died by being bashed about too much. Oh, I've just come back. It doesn't look like... Oh, I can blow that up. Oh, these things are after me. Oh, it's got some quite nice things going on there. Just not sure if I've got to kill that little mushroom thing. Killed it anyway. Oh no, I don't have to kill it to finish the level, just got to kill the rocks. No, 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 no. I want that thing because I think it resets my energy. Oh, that guy's not happy about me. Oh, it gives me a little bit of energy, it doesn't reset it. Oh, When I go down at the bottom, I can't see anything because the GoPro's in the way. Right, one sector to clear. Until what? What happens when I've cleared the one sector? Oh, there's a little plane after me. Oh, he doesn't like me, that plane. Is that a power-up? Whoop! That might be a power-up. Let's try and get it. I think it's a power-up. Oh, my ship is a bit... Is this super speed I've got or something? I couldn't get that thing at the top. I didn't know what was going on. Fly. Oh, boss. There's a boss. Okay. Oh, I am super speedy with whatever this is. Oh, he's bashing me about. This is the picture on the front of the box, isn't it, this thing? Shooting his head off. Oh no, not that way. Oh, I bashed into him. Oh, have I still got lives or something? I need to get up there. Can't shoot this thing off the top. It's really hard to turn the right way. Whoa! I didn't kill the boss. Could not shoot that top of his head off. Well, that's alright. That game's alright. (1988). Oh, so that's the copyright. It's not necessarily the year it came out. Works though. It's another worker. Let's put Double Dragon 2 back in there. I've made a note where it is. I don't think I've got the box for that anywhere. Cool. Another working game. Right. Time we're on, 10:30. Let's do another one. What have we got? So I've got some weird ones here. A couple of these Firebird games. Black Lamp and Dynamic Duo. I don't know if I've ever played any of those. This is one I think might be hangover from when I had an Atari 8-bit. This is a game that's got the Atari 8-bit game on the flip side. They're calling it a flippy because it's got Commodore 64 on one side and Atari on the other. And oh, do you know what? This is a classic. Nebulous. That's a classic. Let's try that. For Commodore 64 and Commodore 128 in 64 mode. Let's turn the computer off because we don't have a reset. This. I'm not sure if it's a great game, but it's definitely a classic. It's got really good graphics. The new blockbuster Nebulous. And these are Commodore 64 screenshots. Yeah, it's not a very good box, is it? But are these your old game collection? They are. These are my games. I played. These are all mine from back in the day. None of these have been bought on eBay. These are all stuff that I've kept. And this is my tape. This is my data set as well. This is not my Commodore 64, but this is my data set, and these are the games. So that's pretty crazy. But yeah, some of them I've got no memory of playing, like that Blasteroid. I've got no memory of ever playing that one. So I don't know how I've ended up with that. There might be a few games that I acquired really late in the Commodore 64's life. Probably while I had an Amiga. Maybe never actually played them because like the Commodore 64 had been maybe even packed away at that point. So yeah, this is the old collection. This is none of this eBay stuff. This is the real deal. It's the real deal. Did I write down that Blasteroids worked? I didn't. Blasteroids works. It's crazy, that. Absolutely crazy. This is one that's gone for full screen crazy lines. I don't know when this became accepted. When was this an accepted thing that you did? Did this kind of stopped when we got to the Amiga, did it? You didn't do this on the Amiga, like just did the crazy colours when you were loading? I don't think so. Doesn't look like there's a lot of tape on this. It's going to have to finish soon. If it's going to work or not work, it's just reset. That just reset. Let's try the other side. Maybe the other side works. That's a shame. That literally just reset the computer. I wonder what is on the other side. Let's give it a restart because I don't know what just happened there. I assume they'd print it on both sides. Very short tape on this one. I think certainly for Specky it was an interference pattern from one of the chips. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I think all they're doing is that because they don't want the loader to do anything crazy, they are getting a byte from the tape deck, and when that byte appears, they have an interrupt, and they just change the colour of the background, and then they wait for the next byte and do it again. So it's very easy to do. But I don't know who started it and when it became acceptable that people just knew that meant it was loading. I bet maybe some games at the start didn't even think to do that and they just said loading and they didn't really tell you what it did. Sell the tape on eBay for $25, yeah. Well, I've got a whole collection now. I don't know how many I've got. I gave a few away to Adrian from Adrian's Digital Basement. I gave a couple of discs away that I wish I hadn't actually. I gave him Creatures on disc and I wish I'd have kept that. I don't know that it actually still works though, to be fair. But it would have been nice to keep that one. Try some turbo tapes instead. Turbo. This is turbo. This was turbo in 1990 or 1987 for this game. But yeah, I think when you see a lot of this stuff about retro computers, the cassette is kind of forgotten a lot of the time. It's kind of been left by the wayside. Especially if you go to the 16-bit computers where the cassette has definitely been gone. But it was definitely part of its history. But it was a history we were glad to get rid of, let's put it that way. Because they weren't great cassettes, they were cheap. The saving grace was the cassette unit was reasonably cheap to make. The cassettes were reasonably cheap to make. But they're really not a great format. Not so great. Let's get you off that screen so you don't have to like watch the crazy colours. Be interesting, side 1 doesn't load and side 2 does. But if the tape's damaged, I imagine it's damaged on both sides. Like I said, there's not a lot of tape on this. So it has to load quickly. And, oh, I thought it was going to break then. Is it going to work? It just reset. So, no. Sorry, Nebulous. Do you usually use something to SD to AEC to load games? I've got a back bit. It doesn't quite work in the same way as that. The back bit cartridge emulates. Oh, I don't know how it does it. I think it might replace part of the kernel routines, so it can only actually work if the routines have used the kernel to load. If they bypass it, I don't think it works. So it can't load everything, but it loads a lot. So yeah. So let's mark down Nebulous as not working. Whoops. Sorry, Nebulous, you do not work. But you may do work. Maybe if we fix the tape drive might not be broken. Tell you what, let's start the next one loading and then I'll mark down Nebulous afterwards. Oh, what about Winter Games? Oh yeah, this is like Winter Games is such a classic one. It's got the, oh my god, the amount of tape on this. Oh my, oh, it even smells funny. It smells old. It just smells old in there. This is going to break something. There is so much. I don't know if you can see how much tape's on there. There's a lot of tape on this. You have to either clean your tape drive or try a new one to adjust it. Yeah, well, I can clean the heads now because I've got a little alcohol bud here. But yeah, there is the danger that every time you put something in there, it just breaks it. But it's been reasonably successful, this tape drive so far. Let's put this in and rewind it, because, whoa! I don't know if it loads both sides, but how long is this even going to take to reload? Unbelievable. How did I store them? They were, I can't remember now. For a while, they were definitely in my mum's loft for quite some years, I think. When I had them, I don't remember where I stored them. I probably stored them on a shelf. And then after that, when I got them back, they've been stored in this room in like, there's a little cubby hole that's underneath the boiler system. It doesn't really have anything in it, but it's really dry in there, and they've been stored in a box in there probably 10 years or something. So they've been stored reasonably well, I think. And since in the last few years, they've all been put into plastic tubs where I'm storing lots of this retro stuff. So yeah. But the damage may have been done many years ago, but they've been stored in dry places, hopefully. Wow, this is taking so long. Think how long it takes to rewind. How long would this thing take to load? I mean, this is one of these things where it does lots of little different things, doesn't it? Ooh, you can hear it slip. I think the belt. Something definitely funny there. Right, press play on tape. Here we go. Winter Games. Place your bets. Place your bets on Winter Games actually working. Oh. Uh-oh. It can't turn the tape. That's not stopped. I don't think it can turn the tape. I just saw the tape slow down. Let's try that again. I don't think this one's going to work. Do you have a copy of Impossible Mission? No, I don't. I think I remember playing it for a little bit back in the day, but I never really played it. I might have played it at a friend's house on their Commodore 64. I think this doesn't work. I think maybe the tape's so big it can't actually drive it. Maybe that indicates the belt in this thing does need replacing. I bet the belt's going to snap in a minute and then we'll know about it. Yeah, look, it's slow. The tape's slowing down. Do you see that there? Let me get you big. I'll get you a big screen version of this. Where is my mouse? There's no way this is going to load. Which one do I want? Get you a big version of the... Wait a second. Right, you're going to have to watch this because this is actually happening. Let me get a zoom in on this. There you go, there's Winter Games. How big is that? Come on, Sony camera, you can do it. Right. Watch this not work. If the belt needs replacing, make for a cool repair video. I might do that on a video, actually. I might even do the head alignment stuff and go back and... Because I'm auditing what does and doesn't work. I'll know what doesn't work, so we'll be able to know that if we've made it work. So Nebulous didn't work, did it? Nebulous is not working. Check this out, though. Watch these heads here. Watch the tape. That's slowing down. That is definitely slowing down. Look. I think it's just that maybe there's too much tape on it. It's just not working. That no. So Winter Games is not happening. That's a shame. I wonder if this is really like. Is it? It doesn't feel really stiff. It's just maybe too much tape for it to drive. Wow, that's not happening. So Winter Games, we'd have to try that another time. But oh wow. That was not happening. That's the first time I've seen it do that. That might indicate that the belt really is bad on this. Let me write that one down. I'll put a thing of slow tape. Hold on, I'm going to put a note on it. Because wow, that is bad. Right, let's try something else. Let's try something else. We could try this Whirly Nerd game, because that's pretty cool. That this has got this flippy thing. I probably never played this back in the day. I bet you it's I say it's a really simple game. Looks like it's got a lot of tape on it. So this side is the Commodore 64, and the other side is the Atari. Why am I doing cut when I transition? Why don't I fade? There we go, fade. That's better. Whoa. Yeah, this says flippy in massive letters, but it means that basically you flip it to get the other version of the game. So that's odd. See if we have any better luck with this one. I don't know why, but that tape with Winter Games has got more tape than any other one, and maybe because the belt's not strong enough, it can't do it. It could be those capacitors that somebody mentioned. Maybe it's not got enough power to actually drive the tape. That's making a noise. It's doing it though. It is doing it. I think it's doing it. Oh, it's making a ticking though. Let me just go grab some more water. Oh, it's doing it. It's an overload. Look at that. Well, we'll see what happens with this one. Right, I'll be back in 129, well, less than 129 blocks. Is it loaded yet? No. No. Congo Bongo. Caverns of Kafka. Aztec Challenge. These are all classic games. Well, I don't know any of these. Karateka, isn't that a classic game? Oh, it's got music. Oh my word. Is this supposed to be Stars and Stripes? I've just caught the end of it. I didn't realise it was playing music. Oh my word, 1985. Well, I'll tell you what though. It's working. Feed the Nerd. Oh, I actually remember playing this. Oh, am I in control of this? This is the demo or something, is it? Is it a joystick port 1 job? Oh, it's joystick port 1. Wow, look at that. What is happening here? I can't control it. I don't know what's happening here. Is it joystick port 2 or 1? I can't tell. Is it keys? This can't... What is happening in this game? I have no idea what's going on here. Oh, okay. F1... What? Press fire to go on. Oh, I'm in control of it now. I actually no idea what was happening there. Oh, so you hold the fire button to go up with your little propeller head. I take it they're enemies. So that's kind of a jump. What's this? I've got 2 nerds left. Feed the Nerd. What a weird game. Oh, it's a Commodore logo. Oh, so you just collect all the stuff. So it's a collect everything and you finish the level. Hamish Pupkin. Well, if you wanted weirdest game of the day, this one's got to be it. Oops, I've turned into a head. Oh, have I got a balloon head? I started in a balloon. It's got a little walking noise. Oh, this looks like... Oh my word. Oh, was I supposed to not wait there? I don't think I was supposed to wait. Oh, I'm going back to the start. Well, you didn't expect to see Whirly Nerd today, did you? Oh my god, what is that bit all about? Well, this is not the greatest game in the world. I seem to remember probably playing this a couple of times. Maybe I played it on the Atari 8-bit, I don't know. Oh, you just can't make it through there. I've got no nerds left. Game over for Hamish Pupkin. You hit him with a 16. You've got to give him credit for that. Well, it works. It's not very good, but it works. I think the tape's literally twice as long as it needs to be just for the Atari 8-bit version. They always had such long loading on the tapes on those. Oh, it's got instructions. So, yeah. Oh, let's put that one down there. So, and we're probably going to do another one at least before I quit. Whirly Nerd. That classic game that everybody remembers. Is a worker. So what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 working games, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that didn't work. So I am doing better than 50%. This is pretty cool so far. Pretty cool. What else have we got then? So I tell you what, let's try some of this for the last one. Let's try one of these big box games because I've got, if they're in here, Final Fight, WrestleMania, and Pit Fighter in this Ocean pack. In a big box Ocean pack. Has it got all the cassettes in here? Yeah, so each one's got a separate cassette. So I've got 3 games in one here. Super Fighter. WWF Super Fighter has got lots of tape on it. Oh no, it's just called Super Fighter, the pack is. It's just WWF. What's it called? WWF WrestleMania. It doesn't actually say that on the cassette. So we've got Final Fight, Pit Fighter, and WWF. Which one? WWF's got the most tape on it. Shall we try Final Fight, another beat 'em up? Let's try that. Why not? What have we got to lose? So, yeah. It's called Super Fighter, yeah. And it's just 3 games in one box. That's all it really is. In a big Ocean box. Chances of this working, eh? Well, it's found it. And what are you going to do? There's the classic Ocean loading bars. They've even got that same thing. I think they're just flipping 2 colours and then every second or so they just change the colour that they're flipping. Well, it works for them. But you're so excited you saw Whirly Nerd, aren't you? So exciting. There's a lot of tape on this Final Fight. Oh, this is a 1992 game as well. Unless this is the copyright on this box set that they put together. That might make sense because they were just like money for old rope. It's like, let's re-release some of our old games and put them in a pack. Maybe people were doing games in 1992 then. I'm not really sure. For the Commodore 64, I'm not sure. Probably were. I was probably still playing them back then. To view the story of Final Fight, press fire before the counter reaches 0. Yes. Okay. Is that all it just loaded, the story? Wow, this has got an intro. Metro City, well-known crime capital, has been ruled by violence. Oh, I missed it. Fact which the newly elected mayor of former Street Fighter, Mike Hagar, plans to change. Center of the problem is a huge gang Mad Gear. Does that say? Mad Gear. They took immediate action to bring the new mayor under their control. This is so cool. It's got an intro. It's just text, but oh no, it's not just text. Hello, Mike Hagar here. Hee hee hee. What? I can't believe we went to all this effort. don't hang up. We have a little business proposition for you. What? Your daughter for your... What? Have they kidnapped his daughter? We will throw in the regular monthly bonus to your salary. What? Yeah, that's what I said. What happened to Jessica? And who is this? That's exactly what I was thinking. Turn on your TV. He's done it. He's turned on the TV. And... Oh, there we go. I can't believe there's an intro that this amazing on the Commodore 64. Oh, there she is. There's Jessica. Just to do as you please at the marriage you did before. Come on. Capcom with some funny colours. Looks a bit funny anyway. Jessica was kidnapped. That's what I was thinking. Who's Jessica? My sweetheart since childhood. The mad gears must pay. He's like, she's been kidnapped. She's my friend too. I'll come with you. Oh, he's mastered the art of ninjutsu and attacks with unequaled speed. Well, martial arts expert, especially good with knives. I wonder if that's how he got his girlfriend Jessica. I'm especially good with knives. They've built this game up a lot now. Former champion Street Fighter. Where are his arms? Professional wrestling. Yep. And off we go. There's the story. Wow. This game has an intro. It has a story. Can you actually believe that? It's actually unbelievable. You've seen it here first. Final Fight has a story on the Commodore 64. Didn't have any sound unless I've turned it off. Nope, I've got the sound on. Well, I can't wait for the game now. They've built it up a lot. Well, it might not actually work. There's always that doubt in this stream as to whether, you know, what is it? 7 out of 17 games haven't worked. Do we not even get any loading music? It is an Ocean game. Come on. Come on, Ocean, you can do it. This is another pack that I don't think I've ever played. Might have just bought it back in the day. It's like, oh, that's cheap, and then never played it. I mean, it's weird. It's an Ocean pack, but they're not all Ocean games in there. They must have just bought the license for some games. Maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. I remember Pit Fighter in the arcade. That's one of the games in this box. With all the digitised graphics. But I don't remember ever playing it on a home computer. Don't ever remember that. Well, this is certainly exciting, isn't it? You got that. It's funny, isn't it? You get that exciting intro. You're like, oh no, this guy, martial arts expert, Jessica's been captured, and now sit here for 5 minutes watching a screen of colours. This was the experience back in the day. Let's see if you got an intro. I've never seen an intro that fancy on the Commodore 64, I think. I don't think I have. That's the fanciest intro I've ever seen. Perhaps we were hoping you'd have a disk drive to play this game. It was bad on the Amiga. Oh no, you ruined it. Maybe this could be I tell you what, sometimes there were games that were much better on the Commodore 64. I can't think of any right now. There's probably a few. I think Creatures was better on the Commodore 64 because it was designed as a Commodore 64 game. Okay, please turn to side B and rewind the beginning. Oh my god. Oh my god. We just had that awesome intro, now I've got to do this. And then press fire. I'll be so disappointed if this one fails. It was an arcade favourite of mine, and you really built it up. It's still going. It's not failed yet. I think I did play this in the arcades. This was a pretty good arcade machine, I think, if I remember. This is like Double Dragon, but better than Double Dragon, because it was like more stuff going on the screen and stuff. Definitely played this in the arcade. Oh, Pit Fighter was bad on the Amiga. Yeah, well, I'm not sure Pit Fighter was that great a game, if I remember. So, press fire. It says rewind. God, it's beginning. Then press fire to continue loading. Okay. Assume you want me to press play as well. You didn't tell me to do that. But yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Pit Fighter, so we'll see. This tape says it's got made in England embossed in the top. It's pretty impressive. So there must have been a fabrication plant for cassettes somewhere in England in the 90s. Pit Fighter was unplayable on the C64. You're making me want to load it now because I really want to see what that's like. I don't think it was... I just don't remember it being that great a game on the arcade. I never liked it in the arcade. I think I played it once and thought, I don't like this. I think it was all about that digitized graphics. It was like, that was the fancy part. It's like, ooh, we've got digitized graphics. And I think the game had been compromised because of that. But didn't Mortal Kombat have digitized graphics as well? I think it did, didn't it? But Mortal Kombat, I think, was all right. I'm never a massive fan of those kind of games anyway. I didn't mind the beat 'em ups like Double Dragon, the ones where you scrolled along, but I'm not sure about the other ones. I'm going to have to say, the screen has gone a solid colour. This might not be working. If that's the case, we're going to have to try Pit Fighter. Oh, that's so disappointing. I think I'll have to keep going because I'm not sure, but I suspect they wouldn't leave it on that screen for that long. I'm interested in having the unplayable Pit Fighter. Oh, that's really bad. Final Fight. Yeah. So this is called Super Fighter. I'm going to write this down. Final Fight is... No, so that's 8 out of 18 games. We've got 8 failures. I'm saying this is a no. I'm calling it as a no. It's like having to declare the patient dead, isn't it? It's like, are they really dead? Is it really, really dead? Yeah, the patient's dead. Damn you. Final Fight. Right, Pit Fighter it is then, because you've told me it's playable, so I definitely want to see it now. It's just got a funny smell. Oh, I'll tell you what's in here though. A little ocean bag. Yeah, a little ocean plastic bag. I think you're supposed to put the tapes in here, but they're not in it. And then, of course, there's the rewinding. Go on, you know you want to. Oh, I'll put that back in the ocean plastic bag. Where would you go to get one of those nowadays? Right, Pit Fighter. Pit Fighter, the most... Yeah. Let's have a look at... Has it got pictures on the back? It's got pictures, and they are not the Commodore 64 version. So that tells you that the game sucks, usually. It's nothing like the arcade. I suspect it's not. I mean, the arcade's got digitized graphics, and yeah, maybe you could do that on a Commodore 64, but it's got 16 colours. What are you going to digitize? I think Arnie's been the star of the show today. It's been pretty good. Right. Super Pit Fighter. Here we go. You called it. You made me play it. So if you've got memories of playing this, like in the 90s, or is it you played it recently? Because when you play a lot of these nowadays, a lot of these games are really rubbish. So it's difficult to say, isn't it? But is this one just proper rubbish? Might not work. It's probably going to work, isn't it? Because it's rubbish, it'll work. Well, it's black. That's not a good sign. It's completely black, the screen. I wonder if any... Oh, I saw something then. What was that? Something just flashed up for a second and then disappeared. Probably should clean the heads, actually, because I wonder if any of these are going to work. It does have a funny... Oh, maybe it is working. It's got a funny smell, this box. Let's put it that way. It's not really bad. It's just like, you can just smell it musty or something. I thought it had broken, but I'm questioning that now. I watched my mate playing it on an Amiga 500 at his house in the 90s. It was terrible digitized graphics and slow gameplay. Yep. That's kind of what the arcade was, though, a little bit. I suppose the arcade had the advantage of it could actually do something half decent, but yeah, the gameplay wasn't good in the arcade, I don't think. It just looked good. I think everyone played it because it looked good. Or it was attractive because it looked good. It'll be disappointing if this one works and the other one... Final Fight, we don't know if that was... Did you say Final Fight was... Oh, you said Final Fight was good, but you played the arcade, so... I remember the arcade being good. Tell you what, there's some of these loaders are not very interesting. I always remember the Commodore 64 for being like famous for having loading music and loading stuff, but it made me realise a lot of these games don't do it. This is not a particularly exciting loader. I should have cleaned the heads before I did this because it might have dumped crap all over the heads. I don't know. It looks... I don't know. Looks alright so far. It's making green lines. Green lines are good, maybe. Anybody joining this stream right now is like thinking, what the hell is going on here? It's like we're watching The Matrix. Well, you have to watch it like this. I don't see the green lines. I see blonde and brunette. There's quite a lot of tape on Pitfire as well, but they've not always loaded all this tape this time. Yeah, after you do full service on the tape deck, I would retry the games that failed. I think that's what I would do, yeah. Because like I said, at least having a knowledge that what does and doesn't work. Because I don't know, is it likely that 50% of the cassettes have actually failed, or do you think that's actually the tape drive? Oh. You knew it, you called it, like, the game's rubbish, so it was bound to work. Oh, it's got good music though, has it? Oh, you didn't say about the music. The music's great. Oh, that's a good bit. This music's amazing. It's been worth loading it just for this. Sorry, I'm just listening to music. It's quite good. We wanted some Sid tunes. We got one on this. Oh, it's changed again. Oh. Oh, how cool is this music? There you go, Sid tune. Right, here we go. Which one of these pixelated people should I pick? Hopefully the music carries on during the game. Let's pick this dude on the right. Ah! Oh, the music stopped. Oh, we know there's more loading. It might not work. Tell you what, that was good music. That's the best Sid tune of the night, I think. Unless, did we have a better one than that? I don't think we did. Who would have thought Pit Fighter would have the best Sid tune in it? That might be one of those ones that's really good, but nobody remembers it because nobody played Pit Fighter because it was rubbish. So I was like, oh, do you remember the music from Pit Fighter? It was great. It's like, nope, don't remember that. It got 20% in the magazine, so I never played it. Well, we still haven't got there yet. It's a Pit Fighter. We're still not there yet. I love the way I've got my most concurrent viewers right now, which is 20, which is probably the most I've ever had on a live stream on YouTube. And they've joined in for what is apparently the worst game ever. If it works. That's if it works. So congratulations. If you're new here, welcome to the worst, apparently one of the worst games on the Commodore 64. And you're having to watch it load from tape. It's like punishment. You've joined in for punishment. But it was a good Sid tune, so there you go. If you joined in for the Sid tune, that's the best Sid tune of the night. Oh, is it going to work? No. More loading. Come on, Pit Fighter. You've just unloaded all that good Sid music and written over some terrible game over the top of it. It's not the worst. Yeah, there's probably some way worse games on the Commodore 64. Probably some way, way worse. Well, I say that, I haven't played this yet, so I don't know. It's not got a very interesting loader, let's put it that way. We went from green lines to white lines. It's doing a lot of loading though. I feel like they've loaded in all those icons and the title screen and the pictures of the people. They did the Sid music and they've just dumped it all. Now you've picked your character. All they've had to remember is what character you picked. And that's it. They're going to load a whole new set of stuff now. Yeah, the lines change colour. They are spoiling us. I mean, how exciting. How exciting. We went from slightly green screen to slightly white screen. But the Murphy's Law is that it's going to work because it's not a very good game. It's going to have to work. Saying that, I say it's going to have to work soon. There's still a lot of tape left on that reel. Good Lord. How are they... Is this one... Is it just... I'm waiting longer for this. We had floppy drives on US C64s. Yeah, I had a floppy drive back in the day, but didn't... At the end of it, I didn't really have many games on it. I think we always got the cassette games because they were so cheap. And a lot of the games didn't come out on disc, as far as I remember. You might have been able to get a disc version of it, but a lot of the time you didn't get a disc version of it. The credits had a code of a Z80 processor. Did this come out on the Specky? That must be bad. It might have done. What else had a Z80 in it? Did the Amstrad have a Z80 in it as well? Maybe the Amstrad... Somebody have to correct me if I'm wrong, but did the Amstrad have Z80? I suspect it might have done. I don't know. I don't know what else had the Z80 in it. The Beeb had the 6502. Commodore 64 had it. The 208-bit had it. The Apple II had it. So the Specky had the Z80. I think the Amstrad had it. Somebody let me know if the Amstrad had the Z80 in it. Or the Z80, if you're in America. Yeah, I've got a floppy drive, actually. I've got two 1541-2 floppy drives, but I haven't really got any discs to load, to be honest. All the discs are on the cassette. I think you'll find there's a... This is Castle Master, and I think I might have... Have I got a disc in here? Yeah, look. My Castle Master saves. That's my handwriting from the 90s. My Castle Master saves are on disc. So if I ever actually... When we get to Castle Master, if I do it on stream, I'd have to go get the disc drive and load my old save game. I've probably got a save game where I've finished the game. Wow, is this still loading? What is going on? Oh, yes, and MSX. So the Amstrad had it and the MSX had it. Yeah, so maybe an MSX version came out. I don't know. The Amstrad version might have been alright. Who knows? It did a lot of colours, the Amstrad. Amstrad 464 had the Z80. Didn't know that, just had to Google it. Yep. There you go. Z80. Z80. It's a Z80 if you're in the UK. It's a Z80 if you're in the US. Oh my god, it's still loading. Yeah, because it's changed though. It's changed to like an 80s synthwave loader. Because I remember when I opened up my Amiga 1200 and the code name for the Amiga 1200 is Channel Z because it's the B-52 song, which I hadn't heard at the time because I'm not a massive B-52 fan, believe it or not. And I said it was Channel Z. I looked on things and said, Channel Z? What's that? And it is actually pronounced as Channel Z because that's how they pronounce it in the song. So yeah, that's the code name of the Amiga 1200 board. Oh god, it's gone back to the white now. Oh no, it's back to synthwave again. This might be the last game of the night. I didn't know it was going to take this long. It is running out of tape. It's got to work soon. It's running out of tape unless I load the other side. Come on, Pitfire. Come on, you can do it. Come on. No. Thought that was it then. Z80 wasn't in very much then, was it? Specky and the Amstrad. Oh, and of course there was one in the Commodore 128, but it was a secondary processor. It wasn't really a... Well, I'll say it was secondary. I don't know. It was there to run that CPM cartridge, wasn't it? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? You've done all that. You've done all that. And I've got to turn it over. Turn it over, press play, then hit fire. You're just kidding me. It's going to load more. I think this game is a bust. It's not bust yet. Insert tape 2 or 4. There are 3 tapes in this pack that I'm loading, but they're all different games. There's one tape. Oh no, look at it. It is still loading. Oh my god. Oh, come on. Seriously, this has been the longest one of the night. Oh my god. I'm just lost for words now. I can't believe how long. So that might mean that if it loads the entire second side, that is literally the length of that tape all over again. It can't load that long. It can't. Way! Finally. Oh, I didn't even press. Oh my god. Oh no. I think I'm the guy on the left. I'm literally just hammering. Oh, he just kicked me in the head. Wow, it looks like they did actually maybe get some of the animation from the arcade. I won. Record KO time. I just hammered the button. Totally studly. Oh, you're loading again now? You've got to be kidding me. Oh, you'd be disappointed if you got this back in the day, wouldn't you? What is it loading now? It was literally like a blank background and a picture of two guys, and it took that long to load. Oh my god. Okay, right. But it's the same. What did you load? You loaded the box. Oh, did it load that other fighter? I am just hammering the button. Is he dead? Oh, he just didn't get up. Oh, he's thrown me. No, he hasn't. Oh, screen shook then. He's punching me on the floor. I suppose I should pick that knife up or something. You don't remember cassette games being a thing in the US? Yeah, I'd heard that they weren't really a thing over there. I think you just went straight to discs, but lots of the games were only on cassette here, as far as I'm aware. Like, this game probably didn't come out on disc. You could see, correct me if I'm wrong, but it probably wasn't on disc. Right, that was rubbish, and now I'm doing... Oh, they've changed the background colour. So, this game's really bad. Did it review well? Oh, knockdown. Oh, I can't turn around for some reason. The best music was on the title screen. He's kicking me. I lost. Oh my god, it's loading again. They were mainly in Europe. The US had discs mostly. Yeah, it must have mean they had less games because there's a lot of these games that they were out on disc, but a lot of them didn't come out on disc. I think, unless they just never appeared here. So you would have had a much smaller set of games to choose from. Well, that game is rubbish, and it's now loading again, and I don't know why. What? Just wait. Oh, wait a minute, I'm still... Why does it need to load when all it's doing is... Oh, it's changing the background colour and putting one fighter in. This is garbage, this game. I don't know how to turn around. Oh, she's got a box. Oh, it's Double Dragon all over again. Oh dear. I mean... Oh, they converted it. Oh, what's that, Pete? Oh, she's kicking me on the floor. Don't kick him out while he's down. Hello? Get up. I'm actually bored already. The music's pretty weird as well. That is a pickup at the bottom, isn't it? Oh, did she get it? Oh, I'm on the floor again. Oh, what a terrible game. It's just button bashing, really. I'm not even sure if I'm hitting this woman. I don't think I am. I don't think I can hit her. Oh, okay, don't let me get over, whatever you do. Wish I knew how to jump. There we go. The scrolling's so bad as well. If I go up here, do I change colour? No? I mean, it looks a bit like the arcade, apart from the lack of colours. I suppose I should have been bashing her while she was on the floor then. The hit detection is awful. You generally punch through your opponent. I don't think I'm punching her at all. Do I just have to stand? I don't think I'm actually able to punch this person. Oh no, I'm doing it there. I don't want to win the fight because I'll have to keep playing. Oh god. The thing is that when you do a punch and you don't hit anything, it sounds like you're hitting something. Oh god, I've reset with my health. Oh, I picked her up somehow. The music is weird. Oh god. Oh no, this is just so bad. Oh well. They tried. I'm just getting kicked in the face a lot. I think I'm supposed to kick, but I don't really know how to do it. It's whether you make contact with a punch or not, it makes the same noise. There's no whiff noise for the punches. It really needs a whiff noise, because look, I've lost all my health and I can't hit her. Oh no. Yeah, I don't think I've successfully hit her for ages here. It did come on floppy in the UK apparently. Wow. This game needs floppy. To be honest, I think these games with a ton of loading probably did come on disc because they were the ones that needed it. Like Turbo Outrun, that needed a disc version. Or even better, a cartridge version. But oh my god, I cannot hit this woman. Oh, I knocked her on the floor. Okay, that was so hard. Awesomely done. It was terrible. Are you going to load again now? This is going on forever. Oh, good lord. What makes this game so bad is it came out in 1990 when the C64 was near the end of its life cycle. Yeah, you can kind of tell the game has the appearance of being a later game. It's just not very good. But I mean, if you're given the job of porting that game from the arcade with all the digitized graphics and everything, you're like, it's saving grace. The arcade was its this music as well. Its saving grace was its digitized graphics, which were, I suppose, quite novel for the time, reasonably novel. But on here, you're just not going to get that, are you? These could be digitized characters, but really, they're just not, are they? Because they're so low res. What's the name of this game? It's Pit Fighter, the all-time classic. I can't pick that up. It's just tedious trying to hit people. This is the classic game Pit Fighter, which was an arcade machine with digitised sprites for the characters. And oh, I hit him then. I saw the blood come out. But yeah, it was never very good. I think I remember it was in the arcade where we were, and I never really liked the beat 'em up, so I didn't play either of them. But there was Mortal Kombat and this, and everyone just played Mortal Kombat because even the arcade wasn't that great. Oh dear, I'm dead. Well, that's the end of the stream with that game. I've still got a few more games to try, but there's not many left now that I haven't tried. I might attempt off stream. Oh, what happens now? Rewind tape, then oh my god. Well, I'm going to rewind the tape, but I'm not going to press play. But that's been fun. I've got through quite a lot of these tapes. Quite a lot, actually. I need to write down that Pit Fighter works. Yeah, Pit Fighter works. Pit Fighter works, and it's rubbish. I nearly wrote works then. Pit Fighter. That is a working game. Unbelievable. So what was the final total? We had working. So this is between this stream and last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 that worked. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that didn't. So that is not bad. And maybe with a bit of servicing, we'll find out if these cassettes really are bad. Or if it's the tapes that are bad. But yeah, that's it. That's the lot. Have you tried Mr. Doe's Castle? Nope. Nope. I've got Castle Master. That's got a castle in it. That's a 3D game. If you've ever played that on the Commodore 64. It runs at literally less than 1 frame per second, I think. It's a good game. It's like a puzzle game. But it's pretty tedious to play, unfortunately. It's one of those games that you remember being good, and probably was, but you can't go back and play it anymore because it's just too tedious. It was a bit ahead of its time in doing 3D on it. The fact that they did 3D on the Commodore 64 is pretty amazing. Yeah, so that's it. Let me turn the Commodore 64 off and give it a bit of a break because it's I bet it's really hot under here. Let me just feel underneath this. Let's zoom out from the tape deck to prove that there really was a Commodore 64 here. I really was doing it. There it is. It is super hot, especially over here where the Vic is and that voltage regulator. It is pretty hot under there. This thing gets super warm if you actually use it. Wow. Yeah, the left-hand side of the computer is just a little bit warm. The right-hand side, super hot where the Vic is. But it's all to be expected because there's a big voltage regulator down there and the Vic's over here, and they just get super hot. So yeah, is it warm? It's not warm at the top. Let's unplug the brick of death. Survived another pass, so that's good. I always unplug the brick of death from the computer. So yeah, that's really cool. So I've got through most of those games. I probably won't do another tape loading stream. Probably not worth it for the last ones that I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I've got 5 games left to test, but I might work out how to service this drive or something. Maybe do a video on that and see if I can get some of those games that didn't work to work. That would be great. That would be fantastic. But right, that's the lot. So thanks for watching. I think I had a record number of people on the stream. I think it was 20. I know that doesn't sound like a lot. This is not Twitch big time. But for me, it's a record. So people were probably just interested in the novel thing of loading Commodore 64 tapes, but yeah, that was it. Yeah, catch me in the next one. I might do some Amiga next, or depends what goes on. They've not got any set plan, but next live stream, I've got Amiga games that I haven't played yet, so there'll be stuff to play there. But yeah, the Commodore 64, it's been good going back to it. So I will catch you all around. That's it. Thanks for tuning in, and catch you next time.